Hello and welcome to Corgis and Crochet. My name is Becky and today we are going through a awesome yarn haul from Facebook Marketplace. Now, if you've ever purchased yarn from Facebook Marketplace, you know that it's really hit or miss. Sometimes yarn is listed and it is extremely overpriced, or there are a lot of people who want to grab it, or there's a few things you like, but you're not sure if you really want to go and buy the whole stash or, just a myriad of things. I've looked at a few times and fortunately, this was a major win. So, backstory. Friday night, I could not sleep. So I was scrolling through Facebook and Instagram. I jumped over to Facebook Marketplace just to see if there was anything new, and I stumbled on this. I immediately messaged the seller, asked if there was a time that I could come over the next day. By the time I went to bed around midnight, I had a time secure to go and check it out. So, why all this yarn? The seller told me that she will go onto an app and purchase storage sheds, and she'll just bid on them. She was fortunate enough to win this one, and after many trips to the dump, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. She looked at with a lot of good items, and it has definitely made up for the price she paid. Lucky for me, I think I was the first person there to go through the yarn, and I stuck to my budget, which was extremely hard because she had so many good things. Now, I was going to film while I was there, but I also wanted to be respectful. So I'm just going to show you what I grabbed. And it's a lot. So first things first, she was selling small yarn for $1 and big yarn for $2, which incredible deal. So what she interpreted as big was like she had a lot of caron cakes and mandelic yarn. So for $2, first up, I got some of this. This was caron crystal cakes. I remember this from a couple years back. This is, let's look at the stats here. 64% acrylic, 24% polyester, 7% nylon, and 5% metallic. Definitely a hodgepodge of materials. 634 yards, 240 grams, and it is a 4-weight and a 5mm. I would probably go for a 5.5mm crochet hook. I got 3 of these. I promised my mom I'd pick her up something sparkly, and this is what I settled on. So she's going to be able to make a really awesome big blanket. The color, I forgot to tell you the color. The color is peacock, which is a very accurate name because it is really that beautiful like teal. I think the color is actually showing up really well. It's this beautiful teal color with that metallic, and you have that halo, and it is pretty soft. So $6, not bad at all. Next up, and I think this is honestly what drew me first to this listing, is I saw this. I remember this yarn, and I had to have it. Also, Caron, remember the marble cakes? I loved the marble cakes. So this was, or I should say, this is 100% acrylic. It is a 4-weight, holds true, and a 5mm hook, 404 yards, and Blue Velvet is the name. So it's this really pretty light gray and shades of blue, pretty good acrylic. Also $2 each. I got 1, 2, 3, and they'd used a little bit for something, but still 3.5-ish. Really excited about this. This is going to make a phenomenal blanket. So, so good. I love this color, and honestly, if I was at the store, this is probably the color I would have chose. And then, diving into some more, there were a couple scarfy colors, and I opted for this one because there was the most of it. This is Scarfy from Lion Brand. Most of you guys know the makeup of it, but let's just go over it really quick. This is 78% acrylic. 78% acrylic, 2010. I am struggling. This is 78% acrylic, 22% wool, 312 yards, a 5 bulky weight, and this is the color Charcoal Aqua. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So I have enough to like do a pretty good sized project. And again, this is a color I absolutely would have chosen at the store. Such a great color. So soft, and $8 total for that. Phenomenal. I also got some Red Heart Metallic because it is sparkly. And again, my mom is all for the sparkles. So whenever I find a good deal like this, I always make sure to include her in my yarn haul. So she will love that and pair it with a good project. Next up, we had marble cakes. Now, I was so happy to see these because actually, if we kind of go up here, boop, I have some of them. And I'm just going to add this to it and make a huge blanket. So I am very excited about that. Marble cakes, they're still around. This is obviously my favorite color because I actually have it. I have some. This is 100% acrylic, 5mm crochet hook, 407 yards in the color marble. Medium 4-weight, it's a really good 4-weight. So between this, and I can't remember if I have 2 or 4 up there, I'm going to be able to make a huge, huge blanket. And I am so excited to see how that turns out. It's going to be so good. So there was only 1 of these, and I am so happy that I spotted it while digging through things. They had a Malabrigo. This is teal feather, and Mecca is the offshoot of it, and I believe this is yep. So this is a bulky 130 yards, 6 to 8mm crochet hook, 100% superwash merino, and so good. Like I love Malabrigo. You cannot go wrong with Malabrigo. And actually, she let me know that if there were any hooks that I saw, I was welcome to them, or any bags. So I did grab this cute little bag. It's from Loops and Threads, so I can always definitely use more crochet or knitting, Tunisian, whatever bags to store yarn in. And this honestly still has the tag on it, so even better. And after I found this, I searched through everything to see if I could find another one, but alas, I could not. However, probably one of my most favorite things, there was a furls hook. This is a 6mm, and I don't know what color this one was. I believe it was one of the Zodiac ones, but it is this gorgeous, like red, swirly. There is a little bit of glitter in there. I don't know if you can see that, but I am definitely happy to introduce that to my furls collection, which actually is not as big as you think. I really need to treat myself more often. I usually go for the metal hooks because the one time I did have a resin one, it snapped and I was very sad about it. But this is like way sturdier than the one I had, so I'm hopeful that this one will not meet the same end. Okay, so all of that yarn, fantastic deal. And then there were a lot of scraps. And I mean a lot of scraps. So I asked, like, hey, can we do maybe a deal on some of like the odd end pieces of yarn and the tangled stuff? $2 for, are you ready? All of this. Now, it's going to definitely be a bit of a hassle to go through it. Some of them aren't so bad, but then there are definitely others that, you know, have some issues. Uh, so I thought it'd be fun to have you join me for a little bit of uh, winding into cakes. And some of these definitely, I think I can kind of like, there might be enough of this. I could do a hat out of it. And other ones, I do a lot of scrap GANs, and I was waiting until I had enough glue saved up to do a tutorial. And I definitely think after this, I will have enough. So definitely look for that soon. And in the meantime, let's get to winding. I honestly, this is Saturday. Today is Monday. I have been waiting all weekend to dive into this. But I was like, hey, you have to film first. You have to film first. And I'm excited. So let's get going. Okay, we are 2 hours in. Not a ton done, but considering how crazy some of this yarn is, I feel pretty good. So I'll check it in again in a little bit. Hopefully I'll get more done. Well, that took a lot longer than I had planned. 7 hours later, oh my goodness, we finally have most of the things wound up and untangled. Wow, there's a lot of stuff though. As you can see, there were a couple things like some of these balls that I did not wind up because I figured, I'll just use them as they are. But a lot of these other things, kind of moving around the desk here, I was able to wind up a ton of yarn. I am so excited for this. Like I said, I love doing scrap blankets, and easily this will make plenty. Now, obviously, there are a few that, especially like some of these mixed color ones, I will do hats with and then see what's kind of left over. Probably with this too. I could probably pair it with some of these other colors to offset it. But Yeah, I am so excited. So, a bit of a preview of what I like to do with this is I have a couple of these smaller containers that I have miscellaneous pink, yellow, green, red, purple, and blue. And then I will take like scrap yarn and add it to these. So, obviously, those will go with the blue, purple. Some of them are ready to be wound. And then when I have enough, like this green is pretty full, I'll take it and I will spin them into a bunch of random cakes with just all the blue, all the purple, and then I will take those and make them into scrap gans. So this is going to definitely overfill my blue. Um, and probably my purple, if I'm honest. So I'm excited. That'll be the next step, is to wind these into these kind of cakes. So thanks for joining me in my awesome Facebook Marketplace haul. And I can't wait to see what I find next on Facebook Marketplace, because it's honestly just a gamble. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.